Yo, top of the morning to you, wealth champions. Y'all know what it is, man. It is time for the Cortez Hustle Show. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur. And today, we have a spectacular show lined up for you today. We are going to dive deep into how you can turn your gifts into profits and starting a home-based business, why that's important. We're going to get into news every entrepreneur should use. We're going to talk about the $10 billion companies that started from home. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to despise humble beginnings. We're also going to talk about, I'm probably going to give you 10 or 12 good business ideas that you can start with little to no startup cost. We're also going to introduce you guys to our special guest, Miss Lisa Santiago McNeill. She's going to break down for you the power of publishing your story and using e-commerce to sell that story. And then we're going to wrap up with my top 3 reasons that everybody, I mean everybody, should have a home-based business as part of their wealth building portfolio. So let's roll the intro.
It up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My eyes done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My eyes done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help.
Money, money, money. That's all he talks
There's
about.
nothing wrong with being wealthy. Like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, but not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth.
Money is the root to all.
No, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil.
All like money. Oh, kid.
Yes, I do think about other things than money.
Money.
I'm just trying to leave a legacy for my family. Money's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. Welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. Today is Monday, May 18th, 2020. Guys, got to give a huge shout out to my sponsor, Monetize My Life. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have gift, talents, and special abilities that you want to turn into a business, turn into income, then go to monetizemylifenow.com, grab your free copy of the book, and all you do is cover shipping, and we will get that thing right out to you, ladies and gentlemen, at monetizemylifenow.com, and you can learn the 4 incredibly simple ways to turn your passions into profit with little to no startup costs. As we discussed earlier, man, I like to do a segment called News Every Entrepreneur Can Use, and a lot of times that segment is all about inspiring entrepreneurs and also some helpful information, some resources that you don't know are out there, man, and you can find some great resources. So I'm going to jump over to a screen share here in a second, and we're going to talk about 10 billion-dollar businesses that you can start from home. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to the podcast via iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartMedia, or wherever you like to get your podcast from, and you ever want to see this ugly mug, then just always know that you can watch the show via thecortezhustleshow.com. The latest episode is always plastered on the home page. Then you can click on the link that says more episodes to find the particular episode that you want to watch. But you can always catch us live and direct on Facebook. In fact, my Facebookers who are watching, go ahead and comment the name of your business and or your brand. Love to give you a free shout out this morning. And also you can check us out on YouTube as well. And if you're checking us out on YouTube, let us know where you're tuning in from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand as well. We'd love to give you a shout out as you guys are hopping on. But let's go into news every entrepreneur can use, and let's start with the $10 billion companies that all started from home. See, we're talking about the power of a home-based business, guys, and how you can take your gifts, talents, and special abilities and turn them into income. And that's what all 10 of these founders, well, actually more than 10 because some of them are have multiple people that helped found the company. But let's start with business numero 10, right? Number 10 is Disney. How many of you guys knew that Disney started in a garage, right? So let's see what it says about Disney. Walt Disney was 16. He dropped out of high school to join the Army. He was rejected for being underage. The Walt Disney Company was founded on October 16, 1923 by Walt Disney and Roy O. Disney as the Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio. Walt's first film studio was his uncle's garage. Walt rigged up a cartoon stand in his uncle's garage, Uncle Robert's garage, using dry goods boxes and spare tumbler. These days, Disney has multiple studio locations and reports a revenue of $53 billion, and this was in 2005. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to grab this link because I want you guys to, I want to give credit to my source. This comes from startupmindset.com. So let me throw this into the actual comments so you guys can have it as a resource. Not only this article, ladies and gentlemen, but this site itself should be a resource for you. So make sure you show some love to the folks that I be grabbing this information from. I always want to show love in that regard as well. So let's go to number 9. Let's see who we have in the number 9 spot. These are billion-dollar companies, ladies and gentlemen, that started from home. Number 9, Microsoft, right? Microsoft was created in a garage in Albuquerque by Bill Gates and Paul Allen in 1975. After dropping out of college, the two focused on programming language software. The garage they worked from was only big enough to fit 2 people. Microsoft is now a multinational technology company with an annual revenue averaging $93 billion in 2015. Microsoft operating system is used by 80% of computers worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress to you enough, do not despise humble beginnings. Let's talk a little bit about number 8. Number 8 is Hewlett Packard. William Bill Reddington Hewlett and Dave Packard started up Hewlett Packard in a car garage in Palo Alto, California in 1939. They originally spent $538 to rent the space. There were times in their product creating that they even used the family oven to finish test products. Their first financially successful product was a precision audio oscillator. Even with tough competition from companies like Dell and Apple, HP reported a fiscal 2015 net revenue of $103 billion, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, you can build a billion-dollar business starting from home. Who do we have in the number 7 spot? Craigslist. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody knows Craigslist. And if you guys are coming on to the Facebook or YouTube stream, make sure you drop the name of your business and or your brand as you are hopping on Craigslist. Founder Craig Newmark started Craigslist in 1995 as an email distributor list to friends. Initially, Newark posted notices of social events in San Francisco area. However, Newark was surprised when people started to use the distribution list to post other items such as job listing. Let's see what the revenue. In 2012, Peter Thiel said Craigslist would be worth something like $5 billion if it were run more like a company than a commune. Craigslist, a huge global brand that was started in someone's home, ladies and gentlemen. Number 6 on the list is Under Armour. Wow. Did you guys know that Under Armour was started at somebody's house? Come on, man. This was actually started in a dorm room, right? Let's see what it says. A 23-year-old kid, Kevin Plank, set out to create a solution to sweat-soaked shirts that he had to suffer from every time he played football. So he went down to his basement and created Under Armour. Plank was a fullback at the University of Maryland, and after graduation, he developed his prototype of the shirt. He gave the shirts to his Maryland teammates and friends who had gone on to play in the NFL. Originally, he sold them from the trunk of his car, ladies and gentlemen. Within a year, he had enough of a following to open his own warehouse. The company's revenue for 2018 is approximately $5.2 billion. So I want to say this to all of my hustlers out there, all of my solopreneurs, all of my small business owners and one-man shop operations. Do not despise humble beginnings. Keep grinding. Keep offering solutions. Keep refining your processes. Keep refining your methods. Listen, the book that I read tells me that all things are possible for him that believes, or her that believes. Why am I bringing that up? Because a lot of times we get caught up in the fact that nobody believes in this thing but me. And because nobody else believes in it, I could very easily find myself giving up on it. That ain't what the good book says. The good book says there's only one person required to believe, and that is you, my friend. Let's see, Under Armour. Apple is another one, and we know that Apple is on its way. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak founded Apple in 1976. The original name was Apple Computer Inc., and its primary goal was to develop computers. The computer grew under Jobs' lead. The company was originally operated out of Jobs' parents' garage. Apple is now the most valuable company in the world. Did y'all hear that? The most valuable company in the world started in somebody's home, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get any better than that. Okay, maybe it does. Google, number 4, originally named Backrub, the PageRank technology that defined Google was created by Sergey Brin and Larry Page in 1996, right? Working on the Google project from their dorm room, they were reluctant to become entrepreneurs because they didn't want to shelve their PhDs and rush into the hype of the .com craze. Let me say this to my educated folks, to my folks who are highly learned, right? What kept them from, or slowed them down, or had them feeling some sense of reluctance was they were at the top of their game educational wise. They were PhDs. Imagine this life, this world without Google, because they said, I'm a PhD. I'm not going to leave my education behind and go chase some entrepreneurial dream. Are you kidding me? Some of you guys will let a $50,000 a year job keep you from $50,000 per month, $500,000 per month, right? The company went public in 2004. As of 2016, Google averages 100 billion monthly searches, guys, and they make money off all of those searches. You can believe that. So imagine what that income or revenue is like. All right. Let's run through these last 3 real quick. Minecraft, right? I want you guys to understand something about something that you're passionate about. Minecraft, this is a video game, right? But it says it is second only to Tetris and being the best-selling computer game of all time, right? Once the game began to gain popularity, he quit his job to work on Minecraft. In 2015, he sold his company for $2.5 billion. He worked on it while he was working a full-time job. Hint, hint. See, your 9 to 5 will cover today's lifestyle, but your 5 to 9 will cover your future lifestyle. And if you want to get stupid, sick, crazy rich, then let's talk about that 9 to 12, 9 to 2 in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. Company number 2 on the list is Spanx, right? Again, started at Sarah Blakely took her $5,000 savings to start up Spanx. Imagine that. I'm going to use my savings account to chase a dream. Blakely is now reportedly worth $1.1 billion. During an appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show, Blakely told Whitney that she got the idea for Spanx after hearing Oprah mention that she cut off her feet of pantyhose to order in order to wear them with sandals, right? And then the number one company that started in somebody's house, guys, yes, Amazon. They say Amazon is slated to be the first $1 trillion company, or not the first $1 trillion company, because I think Apple has already done that. They say Jeff Bezos is slated to be the first trillionaire, ladies and gentlemen, and all from the comforts of his own home. Now that took a little longer than I thought. We're going to definitely get to 10 of the best businesses that you can start from home. So we'll do that after our interview with the lovely Lisa Santiago McNeill. So when we come back on the other side of this break, I'm going to dive into my interview with Lisa Santiago McNeill, and she's going to talk all about how she accidentally fell into entrepreneurship and now is one of the most sought after coaches in the country, helping women and men all over the country turn their passions into profit. So let's cut to break. Keep it locked right here. Cortez Hustle Show is brought to you by Financial Health Mentor, practical proven wealth building strategies specifically for working class Americans. Go to financialhealthmembership.com, learn how to get your taxes down, credit up, get out of debt, and start accumulating assets. financialhealthmembership.com. Cortez Hustle Show is also brought to you by freefunnelmachine.com. If you've ever wanted to use sales funnels in your business, but not quite ready to fork over hundreds of dollars per month for funnel building software, then now you can incorporate sales funnels into your process absolutely free. freefunnelmachine.com includes free autoresponder, includes free training, and it is free for life. freefunnelmachine.com. The Cortez Hustle Show is also brought to you by Office Huddle Print Shop. All of the graphic designs, logos that you see for iHustle Media Group and the Cortez Hustle Show are courtesy of Office Huddle Print Shop. Check out their exclusive unlimited graphics package at officehuddleprints.com. The Cortez Hustle Show is a copywritten production of iHustle Media Group. Any unauthorized use of video, captions, audio, depiction of this show is strictly prohibited. iHustle Media Group, a better way to market. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am your host, Cortez Hustle, the one and only financial health mentor, coming to you live and direct from the MonetizeMyLifeNow.com studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. And if you have a special gift, talent, or ability that you want to turn into a profit, then you need to go over to MonetizeMyLifeNow.com, grab yourself a free copy of the book. All you do is cover shipping and we'll get it right out to you. You'll learn 4 incredibly simple ways to turn your passions into profit with little to no startup costs. Speaking of turning passions into profits, my guest this morning is amazing at doing just that. She is an amazing coach, mentor, businesswoman, wife, and a whole lot more, but I'm going to let her tell you about that herself. So I'm going to present to some and introduce to others Miss Lisa Santiago McNeill. How you doing this morning, Lisa?
I am awesome, Cortez. Thank you so much for that introduction. I needed a nap after hearing all of those things that I do.
Yes, you are amazing. In fact, go ahead and tell them a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what got you into entrepreneurship full time. Because I know you were at one point in corporate America, but now it's all about enterprise Lisa, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I am Lisa Santiago McNeill, and I am the coach's coach. And I got into entrepreneurship actually as a result of the ministry that God called me into. The ministry is economic independence through entrepreneurship, because I realized really, really young in life that because of money or the lack of money, there were some choices that were made that may not have necessarily been in my best interest. And there are so many women that are that are enduring those same type of situations where they're staying in situations either abusive, neglectful, or domestic violence because they don't have the money to make another decision. So they're staying in circumstances that would otherwise be best for them to leave just because they don't have the money to do so. And oftentimes they don't have the money because they don't have the education, the skills, or they believe they don't have the skills and ability to earn the money to be able to move out of those situations. So I help them to recognize their naturally given skills, gifts, and talents and show them how to use them to leverage their own economic independence and be empowered to make some decisions that are better for themselves and their families.
Awesome, awesome. And I love that you said that. I am fourth born of 6 children raised by a single mom on welfare. And at one point, we were trapped in such a situation. She was in an abusive relationship. We were living in New York at the time, and just had the esteem beaten down, literally and metaphorically speaking, and just didn't believe that she could do anything. And as a result, we suffered. And is that widespread in terms of we know about domestic violence, putting hands on a woman? We know about emotional abuse, but very few people talk about economic abuse, right? We know that men, if they have control of the wallet or pocketbook, they can use that as a way to, keep a woman subjected to them. Is that widespread, or is it just not talked about as much?
Absolutely, absolutely. So a lot of what happens, of course, is emotional. It's a
Okay.
lot of emotional abuse. People think that physical domestic violence is worse than the emotional abuse, but understand that even women who have financial wherewithal often find themselves stuck in relationships that are not healthy for them because they have been brainwashed or otherwise beaten down emotionally.
Hmm.
However, it is tremendously widespread. It may even be something that is generational,
Mm.
where moms, daughters, grandmothers for years and years and years have stayed in certain situations and almost become accepted as the norm because it's better to at least, what is the saying, the devil you know than the
Hmm.
devil you don't know,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So they're staying in these situations where they know they have a roof over their head for their children. They can at least count on a few meals, and all they have to do is endure a little bit of words and a few beatings, and we can make do with it. He
Yeah.
just don't make him mad.
Yeah.
Just don't make him mad. We've heard that one, right?
Hmm.
But understand that even though that's a very emotional and brainwashed state, oftentimes it is the fear of not having the financial wherewithal. How am
Hmm.
I going to put a roof over my kids' heads? I'll
Yeah.
take the beating so that at least they'll be safe.
Right.
How am I going to be able to get out of the city? Because I can't just leave him. I've got to leave the whole city
Right.
in order to survive this situation, right? How can I do that? I can't even buy a bus ticket. So a
Yeah.
lot of times, equipping them financially will give them that first little push to believe that they can actually get out from under it. And then, of course, connecting them with the resources that can help to unleash the power that is within them to have
Hmm.
them really believe that they can even go further than that. That's
Awesome.
really what we want to do.
Yeah, and that's amazing, man, because we're talking about the power of a home-based business and why now is a better time than any. But you just added to my list, Lisa.
Mm.
I love to empower people economically, but never thought about why people or the benefit of becoming empowered economically from that type of situation. And you and I both, as Christian adults, understand that God gave us all special gifts, talents, and abilities, and they will make room for us at the top if we only could figure out how to package and present them to the marketplace. So, what are some first few steps that you can help a person going down that path or starting to feel like, you know what? This entrepreneurial thing is bubbling up inside of me, and I don't know the first step. So, what would you recommend in that case?
So it really is, you want to take imperfect action. You want to take
Mhm.
the path of least resistance. You don't want to have to worry about all of the big pictures, all of the 5-year business plans. Sometimes you just want to make a buck.
Yeah.
Let's get $1 so that I can believe. Understand, and I'm going to go back just a little bit. Understand that about 15 years ago, when I first started the entrepreneurial journey, it was actually as a result of being a proxy in schools. It was a result of being a proxy in schools, in the school systems here in the Charlotte-Mecklenburg school system. We had a lot of kids, little Johnny and little Susie, who were being labeled as whatever labels they put on the kids, right? But their moms, their dads were not existent, and their moms could never get to the school to check reports to get these informations because they were at work or otherwise unable to make it there. Maybe they didn't even have a freaking car, right? So often little Johnny and little Susie was then become a statistic that quickly, because if your mama don't care enough to get here, we sure don't care, right? So we became the proxies, myself and one other good girlfriend, we became the proxy for the mom. We would actually get the mom to sign off. We would go to the school and we would stand in the gap for the mother, talk to the teacher, what's going on with little Johnny, what's going on with little Susie, how can we help? Then we would take that report back to mom in the comfort of her own home. We would go to mom and we would sit down and we would assess. Because see, most of the time, many of these moms have already had social workers coming to their house passing judgment. So they were tight. If little Johnny would just do right, then he would be all right. And we don't need y'all coming up in our house. But we didn't come there that way. We went there with love and observation. And oftentimes, even in the most poverty-stricken home, mom had a little glimmer of light in there of something that she had created with her own hands that just gave her joy. And she didn't realize that that was actually the gift, the oil in her cruise that was intended to make room for her. So we would tell her about what the teacher said about little Johnny. We would tell her what she could do to help. We would tell her how we could help. And we would also observe that this particular thing was beautiful. Or, oh, it smells delicious in here. Your cakes are yummy. They smell fantastic. Or that flower arrangement that you created is beautiful. Where did you get it? Those little observations often turned into conversations that the woman would say something as simple as, oh, that, I make those all the time. They just keep me from going out of my mind, honey. Don't nobody care nothing about that. Because we've been brainwashed to believe that what we have is worthless. And it is a lie. So by being simply able to tell that mom, honey, that is beautiful, and my cousin is getting married next month, would you please make that for them and I'll pay you for it?
Wow.
That simple little act of kindness would flourish the ability to believe that you can do all things. And that's all we wanted to do, was spark a little hope into some of these moms, because what happened was the trickle down theory. It wasn't never nothing wrong with little Johnny or little Susie. He didn't see greatness around him. He didn't see a reason to persist. She didn't see a reason to persevere. Her mother was going to that job 18 freaking hours a day and was barely coming home and looking in her face of her children. And when they did say something, she was exhausted. Would you go sit down and be quiet? You're getting on my nerves. But because now she's making a bouquet, a flower arrangement or something that someone saw that she did that was beautiful. Now little Johnny and little Susie gets to see mom creating. And you know what often happened is they would help their mother. Mommy, can I bring you some more flowers? Can I help make the cakes? Can I do this? Can I do that? Because they always wanted to be engaged from the beginning. Mom had no resource left to give.
Wow.
And so it was an amazing transformation. And from that, we realized that if we help the moms, we help the kids. So that's where the entrepreneurial shift came, helping moms see that your gifts will make room for you. Look around your house. What are you giving the most attention to? Because your gift might be in that thing. Your gift will make room for you, and helping them to build and grow those things. But honey, the transition from that now that God released on us, because all things work together for the good, as a result of having to figure out a new way to live our lives, has now brought the abundance to a head. It's amazing.
It truly is, and that's an amazing story. And we're going to talk more about that when we come back on the other side of this break. But and sometimes, Lisa, we just don't see, when things come easy to us, we don't see any value in those things. And like you said, this mom she doesn't know that what she's doing is brilliant. She doesn't know that she's in the 5% of people on this planet that can even do something like
Yes.
that. She just thinks, hey, everybody can do this, and I'm just having a little fun with it. So when we come back on the other side of this break, we're going to talk more about empowerment through your gifts. So keep it locked right here.
Amen.
The Cortez Hustle Show is brought to you by Financial Health Mentor, practical proven wealth building strategies specifically for working class Americans. Go to financialhealthmembership.com, learn how to get your taxes down, credit up, get out of debt, and start accumulating assets. Financialhealthmembership.com. Cortez Hustle Show is also brought to you by freefunnelmachine.com. If you've ever wanted to use sales funnels in your business, but not quite ready to fork over hundreds of dollars per month for funnel building software, then now you can incorporate sales funnels into your process absolutely free. Freefunnelmachine.com includes free autoresponder, includes free training, and it is free for life. Freefunnelmachine.com. The Cortez Hustle Show is also brought to you by Office Huddle Print Shop. All of the graphic designs, logos that you see for iHustle Media Group and the Cortez Hustle Show are courtesy of Office Huddle Print Shop. Check out their exclusive unlimited graphics package at officehuddleprints.com. The Cortez Hustle Show is a copywritten production of iHustle Media Group. Any unauthorized use of video, captions, audio, depiction of this show is strictly prohibited. iHustle Media Group, a better way to market. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cortez Hustle Show, and we are coming to you live and direct from the freefunnelmachine.com studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. Listen, if you are not using sales funnels in your business, you are working too hard. Go to freefunnelmachine.com, learn how you can grab a free sales funnel and a free autoresponder, and how you can add some automation to your business so you don't have to work so hard. But before we went to break, Miss Lisa was talking about how she fell into entrepreneurship by being a proxy for parents and the school systems, and that led to her developing a keen eye for seeing greatness in other people, and now that has flourished into a full-fledged coaching business that she's helping women all over the world. So talk about the next steps from there and how you turn that into a full-fledged business for yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. So realizing that being a proxy was just intended to lead me to what God really wanted me to do, I had to shift. And
Okay.
in my shifting, I took some coaching because I needed to find out what I didn't know, right? Sometimes the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and it's even easier to walk that line if you got somebody holding your hand.
That's right.
So I took some coaching. I met with an amazing coach, and what she was saying was, you got the skills, you got the information, you have the eye. Now you need the credibility, right? So she said, in order to get the credibility, you need to write your book, tell your story, because when you say, I can help you because I wrote the book, it opens different doors. Then I can help you. Then I can help you, and I can help you. So I went on the journey, and she says, "Oh, we have resources to refer you to, and da 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 and everything." And the lowest priced resource that she had was $12,000.
Oh, wow.
Now I had quit my job, didn't have no money, was asking the Lord, what in the world do I do now? I don't have the ability to publish this book, and my coach says I need to publish it. So I start researching and just getting all of my ducks in a row, figuring out how to do it. I wrote the book, and then I didn't know how to get it out there. So I finally researched and figured out how to publish that book, because the coach gave us a deadline. She said, if you get this book, a physical, tangible book, in my hands by June the 15th, I will share it on my platform, on my stage, and I will help you to promote it. Well, all I needed was a challenge. And honey, I stayed up days and nights and days and nights and days and nights getting this book together, surrendered it to her on time, She helped to push it, went bestseller, and I had 52 cents to my name.
Wow, that's amazing, amazing. And that leads me to another thing, guys, because we're talking about the power, why a home-based business makes so much sense now, because everybody's at home. There's a lot of uncertainty. People don't know if I'm able to go back to a job, if the job itself is going to be there. A lot of companies are closing doors. Then another thing that people are not really thinking about, Lisa, is a lot of companies are seeing that they can be as effective and as efficient running this lean operation without
Yes.
all of these people. So
And
they
not
might
that.
just cut some of this dead weight just all together.
Yes.
But what Lisa was able to do, guys, and I got to give it up to my man Trevor Otts, because I heard him say this. He said, "There's more in what you know than what you do."
You better
You
say
went and figured out how to self-publish your book.
yes.
And you knew that there's a lot of other people with books in them that don't know how to get them published. So,
Absolutely.
yes, it was writing the book was great. You were able to sell the book, but shoot, and teaching people how to do that, that opened up yet another door for you. And talk
And
about
another
that pivot and transition.
Absolutely. Another door and another stream of income. So when I launched that book and I was so excited and so proud, it was my baby. And people would say, "Oh, that's nice. I'm going to buy your book. Thank you. So how'd you do it?" I was like, "I want to talk about my book." They were like, yeah, great, great, great. Nice book. Thank you. How do I publish my book? And so I had to realize, do I go through this doorway that God is opening for me, or do I get stubborn and try to stick with, but you're going to look at my book. We're going to talk about my book. This is my book, right? So of course, I pivoted at that point and I began to help people to publish their own books.
Gotcha.
And that's how Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia began. It
Nice.
began by helping people who had a story to tell, and we still exclusively produce stories of overcoming in the form of self-help, personal development, and children's books, how to get their story out in such a way that it not only uplifts and empowers them for telling their story, but that the reader can actually benefit from the knowledge and the lessons that they've learned along the way.
Awesome. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Really, really good stuff. And talk a little bit about how not only is it great to get the story out, but I believe every entrepreneur should have a book. Talk
Absolutely.
about some of the benefits of being that author. You alluded to one before because it gave you authority, right?
Absolutely.
It gave you credibility. But what are some other
Absolutely.
benefits to an entrepreneur that would, I want you to really light a fire under them to get off their butt and get the book out, Lisa?
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's just so true. The book becomes so many things that you didn't even expect it to be. First thing it does is instant boost of credibility, right? You're an instant authority. You don't just know it. You wrote the book on it, right?
That's
So
right.
now you have that leverage. It also opens doors to speaking engagements that would not otherwise be available to you if you were not a published author. It also can become a door opener. It's a key. Consider it your optimum business card on steroids. So many people are out here trying to sell more books. You better give away those books and sell what you learned when you wrote that book.
Wow. Wow.
Understand.
Wait a minute. We got to pause, right? Give away the doggone book
Please give it
and
away.
sell what you learn through the process of writing the book. Sell what you learned in the process of becoming that entrepreneur that you are. Come on, Lisa, give it to them. What else can the book do for them?
Right there. Understand, first of all, when I work with my clients to write their book, I help them to first flesh out what's important to go in the book. Understand, I know you think your whole life is book worthy. Don't nobody know you and they don't care.
Right.
What they care about is the lessons that you have learned along the way, because they don't want to have to take the same journey that you took. They want to get there farther, faster, better than they could have gone on their own. So that is what we're going to first use to structure your book, your outline. That outline then does not just become the template that you write the book. each individual chapter becomes courses that you can create. It becomes signature talks that you can be paid for. It becomes curriculum that you can build around. It becomes a self-perpetuating multiple stream of income that you can leverage to build and grow your business farther than you could individually.
That is powerful, guys. And guess what? She's not done, because when we come back on the other side of this break, she's going to talk about the #1 platform that you can set up free of charge to actually sell not only the book, but your courses, your curriculum. You can have your requests for speaking engagements, all of this on this one platform, ladies and gentlemen. So when we come back, we're going to talk about the power of e-commerce and how Lisa's class will help you get off and running. So keep it locked right here.
I have done 2 prior Longevity Better Health Now challenges. I decided this time around I needed an extra push. A good thing to remember is 32 pounds is the weight of my 3.5-year-old son, and I am not carrying around a 3.5-year-old basically.
I'm a mother of 4. I just want to see how healthy I can get so that I can be around for a while. It's pretty amazing whenever you're excited to get on the scales every morning and see what the numbers are instead of dreading it.
When I went to convention last year, the day of the 5K, this lady, Merle, came across the finish line. She was visually impaired, she was blind. From this day forth, I said, I'm changing my lifestyle and I'm just gonna be a whole new me.
I was out of control. I really let myself go. And I thought, okay, who loses 12 pounds in a week? I'm like, this is such a joke. But it happened, and it happened again, and again, and again. Anybody can do this. If I can do it, you can do it.
Leading up to today has been a whirlwind, but I feel amazing. Everybody makes you feel really awesome when you come here too, so it just kind of like heightens your excitement about everything.
I feel so much better. If I could help just one person be able to do that for their life, then it'd be worth it all.
I feel amazing. I can't believe how far I've came from last year to this year.
I have kept my weight off within 2 to 5 pounds, which is a complete miracle. Let's go!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cortez Hustle Show. I'm your boy, Cortez Hustle, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, coming to you live and direct from the MonetizeMyLifeNow.com studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. And if you have a gift, talent, or special ability, then you can go grab that book. Or, hey, you can just connect with Lisa, because that's what she does as well. Help you turn your gifts, talents, and special abilities into income, people. So before we went to break, we were talking about the #1 platform that everyone should have once that book is done, once they've got all of this great content, right? You need a place to push that stuff from. And we know that as an e-commerce site, Lisa. So talk about your experience as you transition from traditional websites to e-commerce sites and what you've been able to do and how it's changed your business yet again, yet another slight little pivot to, bring more money in, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. It was a pivot. It was an accidental pivot once again. In the process of endeavoring to find another space to create, my coach was like, you work too much, you're always working, you need a creative space, because my coaching business and my publishing business was doing a great job. It was wonderful. And I loved it. So I didn't spend much time doing any fun stuff because my job was fun. My work was fun.
Right.
But she was admonishing me, you need to do something fun. So I decided to take up blinging. I don't know if any of you have heard what blinging is, but it's just adding bling to t-shirts and masks and hats and everything or whatever as a form of relaxation. So just creating, just like crocheting or anything else. It's just something to do idle, right?
Gotcha.
And so I messed around and went live while I was doing my hobby and just talked to my audience. And they saw what I was blinging. And then my inbox started popping off with oh, I want that, I want that, I want that. And so my inbox was bothering me during the day for these little $25 things that in my mind, I'm like, I got big customers over here. You bothering me with these $25. I need to figure out how to get you out my inbox. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I had taken this course on this Forever Free e-commerce website about 1.5 years prior. And so I said, let me set this up real quick so that it'll take care of these orders. It can die down and I can focus on my real work, right? My real work in my mind. And so I set it up. I put the one thing in the store. I posted my link on my Facebook page and I went to bed. And I woke up to $107.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh, that's cute. That's could give me some shoes or something. I don't have to talk about it to nobody, right?
Right.
And so it's just $107. Okay, great, cute. I'm still thinking it's going to die down. I haven't done anything else with it. 3 days later, cha-ching, it's $308.
Ooh.
$308 might pay a car payment. Hold on, might need to pay a little attention.
Yeah.
Pay some attention. On day 8, it was $1,116.
Whoa, okay.
Now it's time to listen. All right, God, what do you want me to do? He said, you can show other people how to do this. You couldn't show them how to do all the other things that you do that quickly. You can help equip them. I coach people. I do all of those things. But this was an 8-day process. 8 is new beginnings. When I got to 8, I knew now that I had gone through completion and perfection, 7 days where it had handled itself. On day 8, $1,116. Okay, God, what do we do? So I went ahead and began to reach out to some people and said, listen, I can teach you about this free e-commerce website. I can teach you how to set it up. And this is what I did. I made this much money in these many days, and I can help you to do the same thing. Class number 1, boom, taught the class. We had 16 people in the first class. They were able to set up their Forever Free e-commerce websites. Honey, it was painful.
But you learned and you got better.
But I learned, right? But it was, but see, even as painful it was, Brother Cortez, at the end of that 2.5 hour period, it took 2.5 hours.
Wait a minute. I was on one of your classes, Lisa, and I didn't get 2.5 hours.
No, you didn't, because you were on one of the later ones. This was in the beginning. Imperfect action, right?
There you go.
Imperfect action. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and they sure didn't know what the hell they was doing. But together, in 2.5 hours, everybody on there had an e-commerce website.
Boom.
Come on now. All right, God, help me. Then I did it again on the next night. So the first week I did it 3 nights in a row, and I realized I can't do this. I can't, it's too much. I had to cut it down. So I changed it to once a week, live training for people to come on. We began to get a rhythm. I guess that's the right word. A rhythm on walking people through the steps. By the time you came on, it was week 5, Cortez.
Okay.
It was week 5. It was 98 minutes. 98 minutes.
Very efficient, very effective, and we had a lot of fun. I had my sons right there with me, and it was real fun. So I like that.
Absolutely. I'm glad they did have fun. We did have fun. It was 98 minutes. And understand that took time and imperfect action. I didn't start out with those abilities. I didn't start out being able to anticipate where people would get stuck. I didn't start out understanding what the process was or even how everything clicked together. But what I did know is even when it was broke, it made $1,116.
It still made you money that you went to sleep one night and you woke up the next day a little bit richer.
Richer.
Y'all better come on with it. Come on, listen. I know you've got a class, and now you've got that thing perfect to where anybody can go and grab the class and walk through it, and it's going to be amazing for you. So, guys, if you go to thecortezhustleshow.com, you're going to be able to grab Lisa's course, and this class is normally $25, but she's giving my viewers, my listeners, my folks a special 20% discount. So all you got to do is put in discount code Cortez Hustle all together, and you're going to save a couple bucks on the class. But more importantly, people, imperfect action. Go get your e-commerce platform set up, and you could be making money immediately, because once that thing is up, it's up and it's ready to go. And if you already have a book, a course, a class, or whatever, you can throw that on the site and people can go and pay for it, and you can start making money. So, Lisa, it has been amazing chatting with you, as it always is. But do me a favor, let people know. Um, you've said it a few times, and I don't think people are getting it. This imperfect action deal, man. So many people think they've got to have it all together before they take step one. Well, sometimes you got to take step one for steps 2, 3, and 4 to be revealed to you. So stop waiting for everything. Talk about the imperfect action, and then tell everybody where they can get in touch with you.
Click the button. That's the perfect action. Just click the button.
Yes.
Click the button. It is not going to kill you. It's going to make you stronger. When I hear people hesitate about putting for the $25 that they're going to waste on DoorDash or some other foolishness, and they're afraid, oh, I don't know anything about e-commerce. I don't have nothing to sell. I don't have all of those things. Click the button. Allow God to send you what you need, but sometimes he don't send you nothing because you don't even take the first step. You are not willing to have enough faith to take the first step. My favorite Bible story is about the widow woman who was about to lose both of her sons into slavery because her husband had died and left them dead. When she went to the prophet and he said to her, "What do you have?" her first answer was like most of us, "I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing." But she had enough sense to say, "Accept this cruse of oil." That's the part that I want you to do. Accept this gift, accept this skill, accept this ability. And then the best part was when the prophet said to her, "Go and collect ye many vessels." She didn't say, "For what?"
Right. She got the collecting.
And collected the vessels.
Yeah.
That's really the bottom line, is take imperfect action. She didn't understand. She didn't know what he wanted her to do with it. She knew what she had, and it didn't make sense. But it didn't have to make sense because she had faith in the man of God. She had faith, just like you need to take that mustard seed of faith and go do it. Understanding that by starting this e-commerce process, by getting your Forever Free website set up, and then tapping into some of the things, skills and resources, whether it's coaching from me, whether it's my club, whether it's Cortez, and understanding now how to fill it, you first have to have the tool. If you don't have the tool, then you don't have nowhere to put none of this other stuff.
That's right.
The e-commerce website works so differently than a traditional website, and I'm so tired of hearing people tell me, "I already got a website." So what? It ain't doing
no
nothing
money.
for you. It's not the same. E-commerce is creating attraction through the products that you place in it and the transactions for people being able to pay without you being there, that is helping you to build and grow in the things that your old static website been trying to do for 5 years, but you were so busy picking colors that you ain't never get it right. You need to do something that's going to give you results, and pick your colors from the beach.
Right.
With your money.
Right.
Or your money.
Or pay somebody to pick some colors for you.
But here's what I know. Can't nobody get no money about no colors after I made $100 for free.
Right. That's good stuff, man. It really is. It's mind-boggling that, and then you're talking about global commerce, right? I'm doing a series on George C. Frazier's book. He did a book called Race for Success, and it is the 10 best business opportunities for Black people in America. And video number 10 was global commerce. Well, guess what? An e-commerce website, it gives you global commerce, right? You can touch the world, and people all over the world can buy from you. So real quick, Lisa, before I let you out of here, please tell the good people what you got going on and where they can get access to all that Lisa has to offer.
Absolutely. So you can connect with me through the link that Cortez is going to put on the website there. You can come to IamLisaSantiago.com in addition to the commerce. And here's the e-commerce website is the cornerstone. That's really why I want to push it, because I don't want to talk to people that are going to tell me, so yeah, but what comes after that? You ain't ready. You ain't ready. The first question is, do you have your e-commerce website? Yeah, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that. Well, go get it. Come back. Right? So now if you have it, if you already have an e-commerce website, I'm not going to force you to try to use the one that I use, but I'm just going to tell you the simplicity of it is amazing. The cost of it is amazing. It is literally forever free unless you choose to upgrade for any of the options. And even those are reasonable, right? So secondarily, after that is I have lots of on-demand training for authors, for future authors, to show them how to leverage their content to bring them more money, more clients, more customers, and more consumers, right? So that's out there on demand. Also giving you opportunities. Oh, I want to write a book and I don't know how to start and it's so expensive and all of that. It's not anymore, because now you can do it as a group and have accountability, have resources, have tools, and get it done in 6 months, and then make money with it as you're writing it on your forever free e-commerce. Do you hear a trend? I'm trying to get you some shmoney. Click the button.
Click the button, man. Good. So I am Lisa Santiago.com. All right, cool. So we'll link to all of that stuff on the show page. Go to thecortezhustleshow.com or click if you're checking us out live on Facebook or YouTube, then all of that stuff is in the description as well. Lisa, it has been a pleasure. I always learn so much every time we talk. So thank you so much for coming to hang out with us, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, I'm going to give you my top 3 reasons that a home-based business makes sense more now than ever before. So keep it locked right here. The Cortez Hustle Show is a copywritten production of iHustle Media Group. Any unauthorized use of video, captions, audio, depiction of this show is strictly prohibited. iHustle Media Group, a better way to market.
And now back to the Cortez Hustle Show.